Oh, the hand of the Inheritor doesn't really look angel-like anymore. Really demonic with those wings. Guy. The tall shadows shifts toward you slightly. The familiar form, the familiar golden armor, but how much has changed. A malevolent glow streams from the pierced breastplate and cracked helmet. The change goes much deeper than that. All signs of life and emotion have been drained from the hand of the Inheritor. His movements are sharp and precise, mechanical, the gestures impersonal and hollow, as is his voice. Commander, Logan Aldori, I've been waiting for you. The Lord of the Labyrinth has revealed his plan to me. Former Herald of Iomedae speaks in a monotone, as if he is commenting on the weather. He used me to open portals to your lands. He said my soul reached out to you. I don't know why, out of vengeance or as a plea of help, or perhaps merely out of habit. Baphomet told me you would come for me and that he would prevail either way, whether I destroy you or you destroy me. Former allies tearing each other to shreds can only benefit him. And let's not do that. Amu opens her eyes wide and sniffles. Oh no, poor Mr. Angel. Angel of Light, what has that monster done to you? Rochelet looks at the hand of the Inheritor in horror. I've seen those who have fallen low because of their own foolishness, because of others' temptations, my own temptations. But you never even had a choice. You have not made a single mistake, yet you have been corrupted by brute force. I mean, had he stayed with us, it wouldn't have come to that. Yeah, and with the Ian path we could just restore him. What has Baphomet done to you? He killed me without letting me die. The echo of Deskari gave him some suggestions on how to sustain me and how to use me further. That Baphomet is a crafty thief. He snatched a labyrinth from Asmodeus and a herald from Iomedae. He'll be swiping for Rasmus' throne next at this rate. Boy. You know, I can give you your heart back. Strange. I can feel it aching. He's aching. You gained the hand of the Inheritor's trust, not only by allegedly being the chosen one, but also by your actions. But it does not matter. I cannot give in to the pain. It has been determined that I will battle you, and that is what I will do. Everything has been leading to this, and the inevitable hour has come. Why are you fighting me? Oh. Gosh. Okay. Let's boost ourselves before we head into this fight. I think I clicked away.
This spell's faulty. No, really.
Here.
You've crossed the wrong line. Your performance is lacking. You are lacking.
Okay, he doesn't die, so I think we might be able to redeem him. At least I hope that. You were strong, but here in my realm, my power knows no bounds. I would have only to will your victory into nothingness, and it would be done. Minion, be filled with my power, kill the interloper, and I will let you take his heart as I took yours. We're just fighting again. Yikes. Oh gosh. Oh, he's even red. Ah! Way lower AC. Come on. Former angel forced to one knee, but even now his movements are lifeless. Pathetic. One who has no heart, has no pain. The end is near, as expected. would once again try to give him back his heart and just hoping that kinda restores something in him. Logan gives the hand of the Inheritor his heart back. No more. I bring you back to life. Huh? Does it do something? Please work, please work. Nice. At least the visuals changed. The heartbeat in your hand grows stronger as you bring the heart closer to his chest. A beat, another, and then another. And then, miraculously, it rushes toward the broken breastplate and takes its rightful place within the chest of the hand of the Inheritor. What is this? Why does it hurt so much? Why? Sounds shocked. I know why. My own betrayal is tearing at my heart. Champion, my true friend. Is it really you standing before me? Can it be that you have restored life to the one who doubted you in the darkest hour? But why? I deserve no forgiveness. Interesting, that it's so dependent on the actions if you can do that or not. And if we had the Angel Mythic path, we could say, I harbor no ill will toward you, and I'm glad to have you back. Why is that locked behind a path? You're forgiven. Let's just forget all this. His voice trembles. You forgive me even though I treated you harshly, but I cannot forgive myself. I let the Lord of the Abyss turn me into a tool for evil, and I will not easily rid myself of this shame. I cannot return to my lady now. I must go into exile to purge my soul of sorrow, doubt, misery, and uncertainty. I've sunk too low, I am too lost. But thanks to you, I have a chance of finding the path of truth again someday. Farewell, champion. May the God's grace shine upon you. And I hoped you would go with us. Oh well. I'd hope for a little more dialogue. Okay, while reading the internet for the solutions to the riddles, I saw that it says you should go here to the area with the purple worms and just head into a different direction. So, yeah. Find Hefzimira, who I suspected be behind another riddle, but apparently not. So, let's run there. Kinda head north somewhere. Maybe here? Let's see. That was a little disappointing. Yeah, definitely. Especially after so many choices to tie in. If you can save the hand of the Inheritor, I expected a little bit more. Here. And also that's pretty random that you can meet her now and that you couldn't meet her after when I first got here. Without reading the solutions for the riddles, I wouldn't have known. Hefzimira, Baphomet's daughter and now disembodied ghost, let out a half moan, half growl. Her skull is crushed, a wound exposing a gleam of white bone, and one eye dangles precariously from its own socket. A broken wheeze escapes the throat of the once majestic and fearsome warrior. He stopped screaming. What a relief, he finally shut his mouth. Upon noticing you, she steps back in terror. Did father send you to torture me? Why? Why would he do that? I served him well. It is kinda sad to see that she really believed that Baphomet would care for her. Well, delusion, but still sad. You know, you shouldn't have put your faith into your father. It's Baphomet. Zemira gnashes her spectral teeth and nods. That old piece of shit turned his back on me. on the best of his brood. I sacrificed my own mother to him, then did so with hundreds of my brothers and sisters, and this is how he repays me? Her voice trembles with hurt. I mean, she's still, like, insanely evil, but still. When he made me his archpriestess, he said the title would grant me protection of a rare kind. Every archpriest of a demon lord may summon their master in their hour of need. The master must answer their call. They'll come, for they simply cannot refuse. Ah, and I mean she successfully did that. Such is the power of the pact between the demon lord and the archpriest. But my father came just to betray me. Why? I bet he was helping his new favorite, that one who took my place, because that bitch Vorlash is precious to him. I hate him. I hate them both. What exactly are you doing here? Hiding. They say being the daughter of Baphomet is a great gift, but like all of my father's gift, it was poisoned. That poison is known as mortality. I'm a Nephilim, and unlike demons, I must share the fate of the most worthless minions of the Lord of Beasts. Upon death, the souls of all of his slaves are bound here, and I remain in this torment forevermore. Guess what? I'm still alive. I'm awfully glad I'm not a ghost with a hole in my head. Woodruff chuckles gloatingly. Enjoy it while you can. Today I'm dead, tomorrow you will be too. Could kill her. Let's kill her. She did so many atrocities, and on the other hand, I think it's actually a mercy to kill her. You know, I don't like loose ends. Howling madly, the ghost dissipates before your eyes. I hate you! Oh, how I hate you all! Okay, she just disappears. Really weird that she just appears after defeating the hand of the Inheritor, but oh well. Happens. Some things in this game are so easy to miss, which is sad, because I mean, it was cool interaction. But interesting to know that an archpriest has the ability to, at least to a very low degree, bend the archdemon or the demon lord to their will. It's interesting. Come on, run, my people. Area exit. Finally out of this cursed labyrinth place. Sometimes you just can't save everyone. Well. I was just like, oh, I can do new projects, but apparently not really. Idle. Many recruits are eager to serve under the command of a legendary reconnaissance officer, also asks them to accept death-defying missions. As dozens of soldiers have lost their lives trying to earn his approval, the other officers asking the commander to intervene. Yeah, let's forbid him to act on the candidates. Recruits and weaker soldiers cannot handle deadly trials. Upon accepting this truth and giving up on the idea of serving in the officer's unit, the troops have become more cautious in battle, which has reduced overall losses. Not the worst. Becoming a dragon? The mysterious wanderer who calls herself a dragon scion is asking the commander for help. She claims that her heritage grants her the ability to transform into a true dragon, but to do so, she needs to track down an evil dragon, kill it, eat its heart, and wash herself in its hot blood. That sounds fishy. The young woman will need supplies and possibly a number of loyal allies. Yeah. I would talk her out of it. Fighting dragons is a certain death. After talking to the commander, the young woman realized it herself. She decided to join the Crusader army, to gain experience and own her martial skills. Perhaps she will still achieve her dream. The Possessed. The scouting party got caught in a storm in the Worldwound. Alas, the consequences were most dire. Corrupted spirits entered the soldiers' bodies, taking complete control. What should be done with them? Let's perform an exorcism. The spirits did not wish to part with their new bodies. The clerics of the crusade were stronger. The commander's merciful decision has filled the troops with hope. They have faith that, even in the most desperate situation, he will not give up on them. Right, that is. Fate of another. Yeah, let's do the relics. Guest on the Commander's Isle. But we have to go home. And we still have to do lots of crusading management. Alright. So, where to go next? Let's say probably should do just more of the companion quests. So could do Finian's Awakening. Would maybe just look for what's closest. Here's the Bladesmith. Have to go all the way around, and I think then we can go back to Prison first, just to cure our corruption we take and gather along the path. Blura's Fall was really cool. Evade. We're already max level. Who needs experience? Let's have a look. Ha. Research new stuff. Yeah, I really want to have a look at the records of the Pulura Stargazers, but that's logistics. Rank up. Let's rank up. Here we go. And travel home. Let's not rest on the way. Let's go to Dresden. And rest there. I think it's one of the very few times where we are not hit with lots of crusading business. Let's sleep. You said you only forget things that are not important, but sometimes the importance of some things is not apparent right away. Can you? Perhaps I do forget some important things from time to time, or perhaps I do not. I don't remember. What a Nenio answer. Aha, crusading business. Economy. Apologies, Commander, but an ambassador of a certain nation demands to see you. A nation that we consider to be our ally, at least until they came up with the outrageous proposition we are about to discuss. Respectable-looking halfling with luxurious sideburns clears his throat, and then addresses you in the low voice of an opera singer. Yeah, I don't think I can imitate that too well, but... Salutations, Commander. My name is Bonbar, and I represent the People's Council of Andoran. Ah, the common rule one. My country has always considered itself a trusted ally of Mendef. After witnessing the turmoil in Mendevian lands, We believe we have no right to stand by and do nothing. Andorran is ready to send its forces to Nerosian and the largest cities in Mendev on a peacekeeping mission. We will temporarily bring the kingdom under our control for the purposes of restoring order. But before committing such an act, we would like to receive your support and approval. I see the issues, conquering for some time. Lady Konomi cuts off the ambassador. Mendev is quite capable of dealing with its issues without external help. Commander, I must ask you to send your own forces for the capital. Don't put the nation into the hands of foreigners. Savior Mendev benefits all nations of Everstan, so why does it have to be only one country that helps us? We'll ask all our neighbors to send us trusted servants who will resolve the crisis, and keep an eye on each other, preventing any temptation to exploit our lands and resources. Sosiel gives the ambassador a soft but knowing smile. I am not particularly enamored of the idea of calling in outsiders to instill order in our country. Before I know it, I'll no longer be a count, and some disagreeable foreigner will be living in my estate. I imagine other nobles will relate to these concerns, so why don't we ask them for help? I've heard all this before. Andorran is once again trying to benefit from Mendev's troubles. This time, their friendly help will involve bringing us the ideas of freedom. Now, I don't trust them. And neither will the people if you dread them, Logan Aldori. Sounds good to me. Andorran's a free country. No aristocrats, no slaves. Equality. I would have believed anyone else, but these guys are solid. I mean, we do have the resources, so... Lady Konomi, I sent the reinforcements to Mendevian cities to restore order. The commander has made himself clear. The patriotism of Mendevian subjects is stronger than ever. We will deal with our problems ourselves, and I doubt any power in Everstan will want to question his decision. Lady Konomi bows her head and says quietly, We will know soon whether or not this decision was prudent. Will Mendev survive this crisis, or is it doomed to fall? Once the outcome becomes apparent, I will report to you immediately. Thomas Longer. Do you remember him? I don't. An unfamiliar knight, okay. My lord. An unfamiliar knight enters the hall. A white-bearded old man clad in armor that's polished to a sheen and adorned with an image of a Yaomede sword. Despite his age, his movements are confident and his eyes are sharp. The knight's voice trembles ever so slightly, not because of his years, but because of his barely restrained temper. I have to report treason. Who are you? Sir Thomas Longer, paladin by the grace of Yaomede and your loyal servant. Until recently, I was Captain Harmington's adjutant. I was mostly involved in staff work. Alas, I'm no longer of age to be fighting on the front lines. A shame that my chance to introduce myself to you has been made possible under such disgraceful circumstances. Where exactly is Captain Harmington? I'd say he's already made it halfway to Nerosian. That's what I've come here to report, my lord. You are, of course, familiar with the Wary. They are a circle of schemers who have been stirring up trouble practically since the beginning of your crusade. They are politicians undermining our holy cause with their petty intrigues. How many times have you routed them, and after each time they were back at it again? Sir Thomas shakes his fist, then gets a hold of himself and continues more calmly. I beg your pardon. I meant to tell you something that you didn't already know about them. Something I sadly didn't know either until now. The leader of the Wary this whole time, the one who incited the subordination time and time again, it was none other than Captain Hamilton. That traitor, that blockheaded fool. Since the very beginning he thought you were unworthy to lead the crusade. You thwarted each one of his preposterous intrigues, and now he's resolved to mutiny. The captain went to Nerosian to bring back an army, also post and reinforcements. The moment you let them into the city, he'll order them to seize you. When they're done, you try to take command of the crusade in your place. The nerve, its foolish arrogance could be used as firewood. This army would have had to worry about keeping itself warm in the winter never again. So, what exactly are you suggesting? I know the traitors must face retribution, but all the treason has not yet overwhelmed them completely. Grant the captain a chance to gather his wits. Let us hold a memorial service in honor of the fallen crusaders. Once reinforcements arrive, we'll invite them to join us in paying our respects to our comrades. Remembrance of the fallen is always important, but it won't be much good to us right now. Our main concern must be coming up with a way to avoid bloodshed among Crusaders. We could introduce a new holiday. Let's say, the Day of All Good Gods. We greet the army with a feast and make the new arrivals sit at one table with our veterans. Let them talk candidly and they'll see that they are surrounded by brothers and sisters. When Captain gives a senseless order, no one will have the heart to obey. Then the traitors plan against him. Prison will become a mousetrap. We lead the traitors in, close the gates, and block them inside a confined space. Then we can demand that they return in their ringleader. We will execute him in plain view of the troops. The good captain wants to play intrigue. I show him how it's done. A couple of letters to the right people in Erosian, and he will never leave the city. I have to say, like, just flair-like, I love the idea of a big celebration, so yeah, Logan, the part of me which is Logan. So let's go for that. Sila, we'll greet our guests with a celebration. Then it's decided. The Crusaders will not fight each other. The Brotherhood of Soldiers will not stand for bloodshed. Nice.
I am here all week.
Let's see if we can do and manage some more things. Yes. Events. From the Commander's Isle. Oh, we can go once to our court again. That's nice. Can we rank up? No, we can't. Defenders of Freedom is just something for the army. Getting those in needs. Just also repeating one for morale. And go and just improve some more relics. But I would say, let's go to our island. It loads so long. Could I go there directly? I don't think so. I have to leave. Site. Gates. Here we go. Dreams. Right, but I think it's Mythic Quest, is it? It said something about the floating isle, didn't it? Did I misread? Oh.